Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Step to Self-Help, using self-help materials for managing mild to moderate mental health difficulties. This is managing low mood session number 2. And in today's session, we will learn about behavioral activation as an intervention, which is widely used and accepted to treat the symptoms of low mood. Steps in behavioral activation, vicious cycle of low mood, 3 different types of activities to create a balanced day, and then creating a baseline diary. So the first thing is about behavioral activation. This definition has been derived from NHS Talking Therapy's website, and it says behavioral activation is an evidence-based treatment for low mood or depression. A lot of research has shown it to be effective, and many people tell us how helpful they find it with lifting their low mood or depression. There are 5 steps in behavioral activation. Step number 1 is recording your current activities and mood. Step 2 is reflecting on your current mood and balance. Step 3 is planning changes. Step 4 is making changes. And step 5 is reviewing your plan of action or lowering the bar. Let's understand the vicious cycle of low mood. So when we feel low, we stop doing things that matter to us, and then we get less out of life. And then that leads to withdrawal, isolation, and then low mood and depression. So behavioral activation helps us to come out of this vicious cycle of depression and create a new cycle, which is also known as reversing the cycle of low mood, by doing what matters. So do more of what matters to you. Get more out of life, feel better, and we just reinforce this positive cycle by continuing with those activities. So there are 3 different types of activities to create a balanced day. One is the routine activities. Second is necessary things. And third is pleasurable activities. Routine activities such as dressing the person you care for, or housework, or cooking, cleaning, gardening, etc. Like pick and drop of children as well, that's like a routine and necessary. And the necessary tasks are medical appointments, taking your medication on time, giving the person you care for the medication, calling your social worker, paying up, etc. These are all necessary things. And people often realize that there is an overlap between routine and necessary, which is totally fine. If you find that your routine and necessary activities overlap, then that's completely normal and it's common. And then the third type of activities are called pleasurable activities. These are mostly your hobbies, things that you are usually drawn to doing. So pleasurable activities such as reading, swimming, seeing friends, going to a stroke club or carers, whatever you feel that you find really nice. After you do something, you feel really nice. That's pleasurable activity. Like for me, it is exercise. I go to gym and I feel very good after doing that. Or it is swimming for me as well. So if I go swimming, I feel really good afterward. So these activities bring pleasure to us. And often in our day, we are doing more of a routine or necessary and less of pleasure, which is why we feel that there is something missing. We experience low mood. So this is a baseline diary. I just wanted to emphasize the importance of baseline diaries. A baseline diary is not just to record your current day-to-day, it's also to understand which activities are having what impact on your mood. For example, if laying in bed and watching TV all day is not lifting your mood, then we might consider that replacing that activity with something that's more meaningful or that lifts your mood could be an option. So for example, if we rate your scale and mood on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 means very poor mood, low mood. And as we go towards 10, it means very good mood. So when you record your activities in this baseline diary, write what you did and then just log your mood on 0 to 10. And you might see that there are so many activities in your day where you've scored 2 or 3 or 4, which means they're not really adding to your mood and motivation. And those are the activities that we need to really look at so that we can replace them with activities that could be more uplifting, which is how we're going to reframe your day. So I hope it makes sense. If you don't want to do morning, afternoon, evening, and night, just log this morning, afternoon, evening. And if you don't want to do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, just do it 3 to 4 days at least to understand what your day looks like. This is an example of baseline diary. So this person woke up at 11 a.m. They had toast at 11:30 and they watched TV in the morning. The mood was 2 out of 10. And that means that the mood was not lifted. Tuesday, they woke up 9 a.m., had a shower, got dressed, called a friend at 11. That lifted their mood, 5 out of 10. Wednesday morning, woke up at 9:30, watched TV in bed, had breakfast at 11. The mood was 3 out of 10. Now, what I'm trying to show here is you can clearly see which day they felt better. That the Tuesday they felt better because they had a shower, got dressed, and then they phoned a friend. And as you can see, the Tuesday was a good day because they did a few things that really lifted their mood. So what we are trying to do using behavioral activation is identify which activities are not lifting your mood and which activities are, so that we can design your day with more and more uplifting activities and discard those that are not really useful or adding to your mood and motivation. I hope it makes sense that you can create your baseline diary in this way. And in the next session, we will identify activities that suit your day. And identifying activities can be quite tricky because it also depends on your capability, opportunity, and motivation. So this is a COM-B model, which is often used in behavior change interventions. And COM-B is one of the most powerful tools that we use in behavior change activations. It stands for the essential capability for doing an activity or behavior change. So capability, it means, psychological ability, physical ability, etc. So when you identify an activity, you really want to think about, are you capable of doing that activity? Do you have the capability? O stands for opportunity, which means do you have the time, resources, money, transport, like an opportunity to be able to perform that task or activity. And then the last thing is motivation. How motivated are you to do that activity? And it simply means, what are you going to get out of doing that activity? So we are going to talk about identifying activities more in the next session. So goodbye for now, and I will see you in the next session. Take care.